really morphed into a demon on stage. That wasn't just some musical performance, that was a whole ritual. And you could see it in the way that she moved and slithered across that stage. The evil eyes she gave, like something was completely lurking in the darks.
Now, I don't know if you guys have been seeing what's going on over on TikTok, but everybody is talking about this concert right here. Because apparently, Shakira was possessed live on stage, y'all. And this is nothing new. We have seen this multiple times with people like Beyonce, people like Nelly, people like Billie Eilish and Nicki Minaj. But this right here is just a little bit different. The Shakira concert looks more like a dark ritual than a show, and the crowd doesn't even realize it. Check this out, y'all. Now, obviously, there's a difference between dancing and then the obvious demonic possession. But even Beyonce has said it herself, that when she performs and she acts like this, something is taking over her. So for me to see this, I wouldn't put it past her as being demonically possessed, y'all.
The video you just watched was during the worst concert Shakira ever put her fans through. Everyone in the crowd felt like their energy was being drained, and the reason is terrifying. To really understand Shakira's hidden power, you have to remember what happened 5 years ago. Have you ever seen Beyonce publicly thank someone? Because usually at the Grammys, it's always the opposite. Everyone thanks Beyonce and bows before her. But with Shakira, something completely different happened. Beyonce thanked her herself, and once you understand why, it changes everything. Shakira isn't just a singer. She has a power that very few people in this industry have. She became famous for belly dancing, and at first, it was just part of her first viral song, but the scale of what happened to her afterward changed everything. Look at her free concert in Brazil. She brought together millions of people, all gathered in the same place, and we know very well that in this industry, nothing is ever truly free. When you gather that many people together, there is always an exchange. It's something invisible, but very powerful, because tension is energy, and those who know how to capture that energy can do whatever
That's literally energy harvesting, bro.
they want with it. The larger and more synchronized the crowd is, the more powerful something it creates. That's exactly why Beyonce respects her so much. Shakira has the same kind of power as Beyonce, the ability to manipulate the energy of her fans during concert. And in this industry, that kind of power is the only thing that truly proves their level.
Now, you want to sit here and talk about Beyonce, the queen bee, when she's been saying it from the beginning of her career. There has not been a point in time where Beyonce wasn't open about who she truly is, which is why it's mind-blowing to me how so many people support her. She talks about being a witch. She talks about practicing Santo. She talks about these things. And she even talks about being possessed while on stage. Check this out, y'all.
And then I expected, and not really shy, but more reserved and nothing like Sasha. I mean, I can try, but then it just doesn't happen. I can sing notes and sing strong and do all these things that when I'm just by myself, I can't do. And I remember right before I performed, I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else come into me, and I knew that was gonna be my...
I've never felt something come over me. I don't know about y'all, bro. I really don't know about y'all, but I have never in my life felt that before. Never. Okay? And obviously fans or people who are observing from the outside have a lot to say about what was going on at Shakira's performance specifically. And even in the comments, there were people who were posting some interesting screenshots. Number one, this is exactly how Shakira looked while she was on the stage, bro. Let's just be honest. But then I also see these screenshots, and I'm not going to lie. I don't want to sit here and jump to conclusions. I hate jumping to conclusions. But this might be AI, this might be photoshopped, or someone just might have timed a screenshot so perfectly to catch this on camera, right? I really don't know. But one thing that I do know is that a lot of times the reason why these artists have performances like this, or the reason why so many times these artists end up being possessed on stage is, like I said, it's literally an energy harvesting, right? Now, I don't want to hop too deep into the conspiracy theory, but you look at any major concert, you look at things like the Travis Scott Astro World incident, you look at things like Rolling Loud, where people were literally talking about how others were being possessed, how people were literally moving their bodies in ways that they have never seen before. You can't make it up. You literally can't make this up, because it's not only about the artist. It's also about the artist reaching the fans at the concert.
People got possessed in the middle of a concert and they didn't even know it. Nobody understood why there was an upside-down cross placed in the center of the stage. The rapper was even using voices that sounded strangely demonic. That day, several women actually left the concert because they felt like something wasn't right.
I don't know if y'all hear that mess behind me that I'm leaving. Something is not right with that. Jesus, in Jesus' name. I'm walking up and down through this whole live concert, praying, clutching my pearls because that sounds like some mess.
Something is clearly off in America right now. Has the music industry in the U.S. gone completely insane, or worse, gone dark? At a The Weeknd
Demonic,
concert,
bro.
the forbidden word even appeared quietly on a giant screen.
There is no reason in the entire world. Let's just be honest about one thing. There is no reason in the entire world why the word Satan should be on stage while you're performing unless you worship Satan. Like, there is no excuse, no reasoning, no justification. There's no rationalization. There's nothing that you can provide, nothing that you can say that will make this okay. I don't understand why people still choose to ignore it.
According to some videos, fans looked like they were possessed afterward. During another show by one of today's newer artists, there was clear evidence that fans were no longer acting normally, but were they really possessed by the music, or was something else behind it? Several people claimed that frightening, unfamiliar voices were coming out of the artist's mouth. That's not normal to do in the middle of a live show. This kind of thing has been happening more and more in recent years, and it's getting serious. Be careful if you're planning to go to one of these concerts anytime soon. People got possessed in the...
It's so weird to me, bro. It really is. It's honestly highly strange how so many people will watch a video like this, see TikToks about how demonic and how satanic these artists are, see how these concerts and how the music that they listen to influences their subconscious, and still make the conscious decision to listen to and participate in events like this. Now, I'm going to be the first person to say, I don't judge. If you want to go to a concert, good music, good vibes, cool. Like, I'm not going to go. I won't be there. Shout out to you. Have a blast. You feel what I'm saying? Like, who am I to tell you how to live your life? I can only try to guide you in the right direction. I can only try to put the facts in front of you. But if you still make the decision to entertain things like this, that at that point, it's beyond me. At that point, it's spiritual. At that point, there's not much that I can do, right? And even people like her are seeing it and speaking out about it. And I respect that, bro.
Really morphed into a demon on stage. That wasn't just some musical performance. That was a whole ritual. And you could see it in the way that she moved and slithered across that stage. The evil eyes she gave, like something was completely lurking in the dark. Something was completely manifesting on that stage. Oftentimes, if not all, these celebrities allow these entities to take over their bodies as alter egos, which seems so infantile of a name. It's like layman's terms for really a demonic spirit to take over and use them in a way that gives them more stage presence. I learned since I was a child that a lot of celebrities go to voodoo priests and they get charms, and these entities will come into their bodies and use them to make their music sell, to make their stage performances excel and captivate people in a way that turns into a hell ritual, because it's in honor of Satan. It's in honor of the enemy, the gods that they serve, for giving them the fame, power, and the fortune and the accolades that they have achieved. A lot of times you guys look at certain people like they're so innocent and you don't expect that of them, but really, like, none of them are really innocent. Like, you can't really put it past anybody. And it's not just in the music industry, but the acting industry, the dancing.
Bro, forget the industries. You can't put it past people in life. Like, everyday life. Like, you walk past people in the street, they worship the devil, bro. They may not say it. They may not walk around with upside down crosses tattooed on their face. They may not act like they're possessed. That doesn't mean that they're not worshiping the wrong side, bro. That doesn't mean that. So it's not just the industry, bro. The industry is literally, in my opinion, just the influence, right? But there are people, a lot of everyday people, who don't believe in God, who don't believe in Jesus, who don't believe in like the good. They believe in this. They believe in the devil. They believe in Satan. They believe in that. but they don't believe in God. And that's mind-blowing to me, bro. I don't understand that.
Industry, whatever you name the industry, it's all there. Satan's the same Satan to everybody. And a lot of them are offered to give up their soul for the riches, to give up their body for fame, you know, to these demonic spirits. And so seeing this manifest in real time was honestly so unsettling. Every time I would rewatch it, it just did not change. Like, it just looked so sinister. And that goes to show you that demons are real. The spiritual realm is real. And these entities taking over their bodies are a real thing. This was just so creepy. Oh my gosh, y'all. Like, I've seen demons a lot, but this was wild. I used to love my Shakira back in the Waka Waka days, though. Like, that was my song, okay? But I haven't really liked her since. She's been on some stuff, and she probably was on some stuff then that I really just wasn't aware of. But yeah, you can't trust these celebrities for real. Shakira really morphed into a demon.
I used to be in love with Shakira. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a young dude in love, bruh. She taught me what love was. I didn't realize I liked the way the hips move until I saw her move her hips. I'm gonna be honest. Didn't realize the importance of having a little booty until I saw her do her little thing. Didn't understand it at that age, but I understand it now. I get it now. But look, y'all, I'm gonna end this video here. I'm very, very curious to know what your guys' thoughts on this topic of conversation is. And let me know if there are any other celebrities that you guys have been coming across, whether it's on Instagram, TikTok, whatever social media platform